he come up looking for something else.
So do you go outside
Yeah.
and say, hey, dude, leave me the fuck alone? What?
Yeah.
Okay. And?
Got an attitude.
Okay, it's an attitude.
Yeah.
You guys start throwing down?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys start throwing down. You get the better, I take it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes neighbors can be dangerous. Even though they live close to us, they might cause trouble. They could argue with us about loud noises, land, or even just not like us. And the scariest part is you don't know how dangerous they can be.
Okay. And where does the knife come into play?
I don't even know anything about the knife.
Okay, listen, we can go through that. Okay, but you know I got that knife.
Yeah.
And a part of that knife is in him. Okay.
Yeah.
It's serious, man. You know that.
Yeah.
I know you've been drinking, but you know it's.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get all that.
It's aggravated assault. So are you just gonna play crazy with me, or listen? I respect you. If you say, listen, I don't want to talk about the knife. Okay. You tell me that, I'm like, all right, fine. Okay, but don't bullshit me. Okay.
When a former Army combat medic doesn't fully leave Iraq behind, deadly situations occur on what should have been friendly grounds. Now it's up to these detectives to figure out if it was really a PTSD-induced murder or if something more malicious was at play. On April 10, 2016, Benjamin Gregory Lewis was involved in a fight with his neighbor. Despite not knowing his name, Lewis delivered 4 stab wounds to Amaya Johnson's neck and body without a single blink. Lakewood, Washington Police Department was able to locate and capture Lewis during a high-risk traffic stop. Lewis was cooperative, being taken into custody, but told officers on the scene he would only answer their questions to a point.
All right. Ben, can I get right to the point and say what in the hell happened tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I was being harassed for the evening, threatened, and finally got done with it.
Okay. Can you kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll leave it. Maybe.
Be as detailed as you can, because it's going to make a difference, okay?
Okay, I'll be as detailed as I can.
Yeah.
It basically started early in the evening. I guess it started with a couple of brothers. It was being really weird. And they were asking for, everything.
Okay.
Anything and everything they could get. They just moved in, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, and and I guess if your investigation goes this far, you can ask everybody. From where I work to where I live,
Yeah.
everywhere, I've been trying to get the hell out of this fucking apartment complex, this whole neighborhood. Look, I recently got divorced.
Okay.
Due to the divorce, I moved to what they call Chocolate City. I'm sure you guys are aware of this place.
Yeah.
It's a piece of shit. I've been harassed nonstop since I fucking got there, and kind of getting sick of it.
Okay. So what would
No. It actually had been okay,
Okay.
Until this new knucklehead moves in. I think he moved in like a week ago.
Post-traumatic stress disorder is a common mental health issue many war-torn veterans face. PTSD can only develop after going through or witnessing a life-threatening or traumatic event. Many personal factors come into play with the development of the disease, such as previous traumatic experiences, age, and gender. For war veterans, it's almost 100% likely that they will face PTSD post-deployment. Additional stress can make PTSD more likely, while social and personal support makes it less likely. Benjamin Lewis was an Army combat medic who had been deployed to active war grounds in Iraq. He had been detailed to Ranger School at Fort Benning, Georgia. Though highly trained, Lewis suffered from diagnosed PTSD and had been discharged. PTSD can appear as several symptoms, each varying in severity. Having nightmares and flashbacks, negative thoughts or feelings, or feeling on edge or constantly alert are all symptoms. Veterans who suffer from PTSD never truly leave the battleground. It follows them around like a looming threat.
Do you know his name?
No, I don't know who the fuck he is.
Okay.
But he's asked for every fucking thing in the world. He asked for my Wi-Fi password, he asked for help, and by the way, if you go do your investigation, you're gonna go fine. I helped him with his car. I helped him with his fucking. I pushed his car off. I went out there and tried to help him fucking fix his goddamn car. I did everything I could fucking do to help this fucking dude and his fucking brother.
Amaya Johnson, Lewis's neighbor, was stabbed 4 times in his neck and upper body on the night of April 10th, 2016. Neighbors within the apartment complex told detectives that Lewis and Johnson were fighting in the parking lot. At one point during the fight, one witness claims that he saw Lewis on top of Johnson, attempting to strangle the man. Other witnesses also report seeing Lewis with a steak knife, the weapon used to stab Johnson. When officers arrived at the scene, Lewis was found laying horizontally on the ground. The broken knife blade lay nearby, along with a glass pipe and a 211 steel reserve beer can. Neighbors that witnessed the scene called 911 and began providing basic life support.
I dropped him off around 5.
Okay.
So it was after 5. That's all I can tell you.
6, maybe?
Yeah, something like that, whatever. And it was basically harassment. He continued on. So now this dude's doing the dude is acting weird. We got so far as we involved the whole neighborhood. So I told
What's weird? What's weird? I mean,
threatening. They were fucking threatening me to the point where he hadn't come to the house and was making fucking trigger whatever
symbols.
Yeah, he's fucking threatening me.
Okay.
All right, and he kept fucking threatening me all goddamn day.
Okay.
So for a while.
Okay.
So then, right before the incident happens, he comes up again and fucking threatens me. Mm-hmm. And I was
not. And you don't know this guy's name?
No. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I was doing everything I could to be nice to him.
Benjamin is exhibiting extremely defensive, paranoid behavior. His body language is tight and erratic. These are all symptoms of someone suffering from a PTSD episode. While he may not be reliving memories, Benjamin is on high alert, panicked and agitated. Veterans who suffer from PTSD will often stay away from crowds, sit in a chair facing the exits, and view everyone around them as a potential threat. Living through a deployment is hard enough, but living every day with a constant life-threatening shadow looming over you is bound to cause problems. Coming back to civilian life is not easy by any means. If Benjamin lived in a rough area and was constantly being bothered and/or threatened by a neighbor, it was only a matter of time before something bad happened. In this case, Benjamin explains Johnson was making finger gun signals with his hands toward him. In high-crime areas, this can be viewed as a real threat and a signal to watch your back.
And as time went on, more and more threatening, for no reason.
What specific threats do you think, besides the...
Like the trigger thing, his brother saying something about whooping my ass. It was,
his brother tells your girlfriend
as he's passing, his brother leaves, and just for no reason, I'm out there actually trying to help this motherfucker work on his car.
Can you describe this guy?
Skinny black dude. I mean, it's in apartment 9 or whatever, right across from us.
B9 or A9?
Yeah, whatever. Well, so I'm an A, so he's a B. Yeah.
B9. Okay. So you say he's a black male, he's thin, tall, short, what?
It says he's his brother.
No, I mean, okay, but tall?
Tall, yeah, I guess.
Okay,
taller than me.
In 2008, Benjamin was convicted of third-degree theft and driving under the influence. Then, in 2010, he was found driving under the influence once again. Turning to drugs, alcohol, and other negative coping mechanisms is an unfortunately normal thing for those suffering from PTSD to turn to. Finding the right kind of help is incredibly hard, even harder for veterans. It makes sense that Benjamin would have had these charges under his belt prior to the aggravated assault.
What does this guy say to you right before you guys start getting physical? You start fighting. What does he say? Is he going to kill your ass? Anything like that?
No.
No. Does he just...
I think it was about the Wi-Fi or his fucking car again.
Yeah, and he's pressing her like, fuck you, man, I don't owe you nothing. What are you telling him? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah.
That's basically what you're telling him.
Yeah, you mentioned he had attitude.
Yeah.
He had the attitude.
But what's he saying?
Without the audio playing, it's clear to see how tense and riled up Benjamin is. Defensiveness can often be mistaken as anger, which Lewis seems to be, but in reality, he's defending his actions. To Benjamin, Johnson was a constant threat that needed to be eliminated before they got to him first. The final straw that broke the camel's back that night is not specific, but was enough for Benjamin to finally snap. PTSD patients will let things gnaw at them for long periods of time before one day they've had enough, similar to a psychotic break and lapse of moral judgment. During the interrogation, Benjamin Lewis pleaded not guilty, but was unable to stand on self-defense grounds. Despite his retellings of threats made against him, the night of the stabbing resembled an act of assault on his part, not personal defense. Then, on August 25, 2016, Benjamin pleaded guilty to his charges. The judge, John McCarthy, convicted him of 2 counts of second-degree assault. He received 2 years and 2 months in jail and was forced to pay over $36,000 in restitution. Judge McCarthy also implemented a 10-year no-contact order for Amaya Johnson for their protection. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a deadly mental illness if left untreated. Hundreds of veterans suffer alone every day, and all we can hope now is that Benjamin Lewis has gotten the help he needs.